Hey guys, it's Saga from TechWorks. If you have been following me on Instagram and Twitter, then you might know that I have got the new iPhone XS Max. I wanted to make an unboxing video, but the chances are that you might have already watched a ton of iPhone XS and XS Max unboxing videos, and you already know what is in the box, or more importantly, what is not in the box. But if you're someone who hasn't got a chance to watch any of the XS and XS Max unboxing videos till now, here's a quick one for you. I went with the 64GB gold iPhone XS Max, and it comes in this nice box with the Apple logo and iPhone text on the sides in gold color. As we open the box, there is an envelope containing the welcome guide, SIM tray removal tool, Apple stickers, and a couple of leaflets with warranty and regulatory information. Then we have the iPhone XS Max with a massive 6.5-inch display, gold back, and even more beautiful golden color stainless steel rim all around. Let us put the phone aside for now and get to the most disappointing part of this unboxing, the 5-watt charger. Only Apple can have the audacity to do something atrocious like this. They pack in a 5-watt charger in the box, which takes well over 3.5 hours to completely charge the 3174 mAh battery inside this massive phone. They could have easily bundled the 12-watt iPad charger, which would only cost them a few extra bucks, but that can significantly reduce the charging time of this phone, if not the 30-watt USB power delivery charger. It is really a shame that Apple does not include any kind of fast charger in this box after charging almost 1,10,000 rupees for this phone. Well, on the Android side, you get Super Whoop, dash charging, adaptive fast charging, turbo charging, and so on. All manufacturers are trying to get on top by including some kind of fast charger in the box. I'm sure Apple, with all its R&D resources, can work on some kind of fast charging technology, that is, if they really want to put their users' need ahead of their profit margins. Coming back to the unboxing, you then get the Lightning earpods, which sound much better than stock earphones that come along with any of the other smartphones. Turning this around, you no longer get a Lightning to 3.5mm adapter in the box. So if you want to listen to your favorite music, you will either have to use these earpods, go completely wireless with the AirPods or some other Bluetooth headphones of your choice, or if you want to use your existing pair of earphones or headphones, you will have to pay Apple even more money and buy a Lightning to 3.5mm audio jack adapter. I have to admit, I have never used this adapter on a daily basis myself, but I understand it can come in very handy, especially if you want to plug in an auxiliary cable in your phone. So not having this small adapter in the box might turn out to be a huge inconvenience for many users. Finally, you get the USB Type-A to Lightning cable for charging and data transfer. Fortunately, Apple hasn't taken this away from the box yet in favor of wireless charging. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's Apple we are talking about here, and they can very well do this in a couple of years. The video until now might have sounded like a rant against Apple, but honestly, I'm just letting you guys know my thoughts after having spent 1,10,000 rupees or about $1,400 for the base variant of this phone. Now before we get to how my experience has been after using this phone for the last few days, let me first tell you why I chose the iPhone XS Max and not the regular XS. I'm not a big phone person, or at least I thought I wasn't until I got the iPhone 8 Plus last year. Fortunately, it was launched ahead of the iPhone X, and I was looking to upgrade from my iPhone 7 before its warranty ran out. I really enjoyed the bigger screen and longer battery offered by the iPhone 8 Plus, and for the first time, I was comfortable using a bigger sized phone. Then after a month or so, iPhone X came along with a bigger and better display in a smaller form factor, so I switched to it. When Apple announced the iPhone XS Max, it had an even bigger display than the iPhone X, and it was now in a size that I was comfortable with. And thanks to its size, it also packed in a bigger battery. I also take a lot of images with my phone and edit them on Snapseed and Lightroom on the phone itself before uploading them to Instagram. So the bigger screen gives me even more room to work with when I am in those apps. So for these reasons, I decided to go with the iPhone XS Max. And I picked up the new gold color because it looks stunning no matter how you look at it. With a weight of little over 200 grams, this phone is definitely on the heavier side. But the weight is very well distributed throughout the body, and I got used to it in no time. The build quality and materials that Apple used to make this phone scream premium, and you can feel that right from the moment you pick it up. Externally, not a lot has changed compared to last year's iPhone X. You still get glass at the front and back, which Apple claims is the toughest glass on any smartphone yet. I do not wish to test this out for myself, so for most of the time, I'm going to use it with a case and a good quality tempered glass screen protector. The golden color stainless steel rim and the back glass have somewhat grippy finish this time, and it doesn't tend to slip out of my hands as the iPhone 10 did. This metal rim now has antenna bands at new locations, and for that reason, the grill on either side of the lightning port is now asymmetrical. It is not a huge deal, and it does not affect the functionality of the mic behind that left grill in any way. The bottom firing speaker, along with the earpiece, now produces even richer sound, which is amazing if you consume a lot of media on your smartphone. The new iPhones have dual SIM support. One SIM is a physical nano SIM that goes in this tray, and the other one is an eSIM, support for which is coming on sometime later this year. Coming to the front, that big 6.5-inch AMOLED display is just gorgeous. Colors are accurate, you get inky deep blacks, viewing angles are great, the top glass is now even less reflective than before, and no matter what lighting conditions you are in, it can either get very bright or very dim. And yes, you still have a notch at the top. After embracing the notch in all its glory last year, this year, for some reason Apple seems to be trying very hard to hide it with their new and beautiful wallpapers. I don't mind the notch on this or any other phone for that matter, but I really like how clever Apple has been with these new wallpapers. Face ID is still only way to unlock your phone, that is if you don't want to type in your passcode or leave the phone without any passcode all of the time. After using the iPhone 10 for almost a year, I've got used to it, but I still think it is nowhere as convenient as Touch ID, especially if you have your phone sitting on a table for most of the day. This time, Face ID is twice as fast to unlock your phone, but you might not notice the difference in speed unless you compare it side by side with last year's iPhone 10. It is running on iOS 12 out of the box. It does not offer any visual overhaul compared to iOS 11, but it is a lot stable and fluid overall. In the last few days of using it, I did not encounter any major bugs or issues that I can report right now, but if anything comes up, I will let you guys know about it in my full review of this phone. I feel that Apple should have utilized the bigger display on the iPhone XS Max in a better way. Right now, it displays the exact same amount of information that the iPhone 10 or XS does, and everything is just bigger. We should at least get multi-window and picture-in-picture support like the iPad on this big iPhone. The charging issue that many iPhone XS and XS Max users have been reporting is real. On the first day, my XS Max was not charging unless I wake the screen first. But from the next day for my device, the issue was solved by itself, and I was able to charge my iPhone without any issues even when it was sitting idle on the table. I really hope it's a software issue which can be fixed with an update. But if this issue is related to hardware, Apple is going to have really tough time selling these phones. The new 7nm A12 Bionic chip is now coupled with 4GB of RAM. This means even faster performance than previous iPhones with better efficiency. To most of you, 4GB of RAM might sound really low for a flagship smartphone, especially when there are Android phones coming out with 10GB of RAM in the next couple of months. But the 4GB of RAM on these new iPhones is enough to keep them running smoothly for many years to come. This is thanks to amazing optimizations offered by Apple's iOS. In the last year that I have used the iPhone 10, I never felt that it was slow or stuttered at any point. But these new phones are still faster. You might not notice the speed difference right away, but under the hood, this new processor is literally performing trillions of processes every second to keep things running smoothly. Storage-wise, I went with a 64GB variant, since I use various cloud storage services for storing most of my data. I always keep a track of my data, and for the past couple of years, I have never used more than 50GB of on-device storage on any of my phones, so getting a 64GB variant was an obvious choice for me. Right after I shot the unboxing video, I took this phone out to test out its new and improved dual cameras. There are dual 12MP optically stabilized cameras at the back of iPhone XS and XS Max. Primary camera has a 26mm lens, f1.8 aperture, and a much larger sensor where each individual pixel has a size of 1.4 micron. Secondary camera has a 52mm lens with f2.4 aperture, so it offers you 2x lossless optical zoom. At the front, we still get a 7MP 2-depth sensor with f2.2 aperture. Most of these camera specs might sound similar to last year's iPhone 10, but Apple now uses computational photography to deliver much better results, both while capturing stills and shooting videos. Here are some of the images that I shot in the last couple of days, and you can see how amazing they look. I will be uploading a dedicated camera review of this phone in the next few days. So I will hold my thoughts about the camera for that video. Make sure you check it out for a lot of image and video samples. Many people complained about the battery life and the kind of backup they got from the iPhone X. But for me, iPhone X's battery always lasted for an entire day. I typically charge my phone in the morning and I consider myself a heavy user, but even then, I never had to charge it twice in the same day. It would just break the 20% mark towards the end of the day, which for me is a pretty good battery life. I did not go for the XS Max solely for its bigger battery, but I would say it is definitely a plus point. When I took XS Max out for shooting image and video samples, it took me an entire day, and at the end, after taking over 500 images, testing out brightness levels of the screen in various lighting situations, testing out Face ID countless number of times, making and taking calls, checking social media and replying to a few emails, I still had over 25% of charge remaining. So I would say the battery life on the XS Max has been really great for me so far. Now when it comes to charging, I absolutely hate the fact that it takes over 3 hours and 40 minutes to go from 5 to 100% with the charger that is included in the box. Even wireless charging gets it there a bit quicker this time. I understand that charging at a slow speed is better for the life of battery in long run, but sometimes we do need to juice up the phone pretty fast, and I think a 12-watt charger would strike a good balance between the charging speed and longevity of the battery. In this video, I am not trying to answer whether the new iPhones are worth the upgrade over the last year's iPhone X. I'll try and figure that out in my full review, which this is not. I'll be making that after using this phone for at least a few more weeks. Before that, I will be uploading its camera review and even compare its cameras with the Pixel 2 and the OnePlus 6. Make sure you have the notifications turned on for this channel so you won't miss out when those videos go live. iPhone XS and XS Max are costly and they definitely don't offer you the most value for your money. But they are really good phones on their own, and if you consider the overall experience of using an iPhone and the money that you might recover by selling these phones 2 or 3 years down the line, I think buying these iPhones could be well worth your money as the cost of ownership goes down over time. So there you have it. These have been my thoughts and my experience after using the iPhone XS Max for the last few days. I am aware that this video turned out to be a lot longer than you expected, but I hope you guys liked it and maybe learnt a few things about the new iPhone XS Max. If you want to see any specific videos about this phone, or if you want me to compare its camera with something like the Mi A2, Nokia 7 Plus or even the Poco F1, let me know in the comments. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos on this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.